How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be going into a market update here for December 23rd, as well as getting into my 5 safest altcoins that I myself am going to have positions in for each of these. So it's going to be a fun video today because, again, I think all of these altcoins you genuinely just can't go wrong with. So with all that being said, let's get right into the crypto market. Now, first of all, Bitcoin dominance. Of course, we've been wanting this to drop low, and it's been around 60% for a minute now. Now, December 23rd, obviously being today, we actually have seen Bitcoin dominance fall to around 57%. So we seem to be on a downtrend with Bitcoin dominance. And of course, we still want this trend to continue. Bitcoin's currently sitting around $93,000, $94,000. So Bitcoin is still holding up just fine. There are potentials, again, like we said yesterday, for Bitcoin to fall in that $86,000 to $90,000 range. Potentially even further, simply analyzing the charts. But of course, with Bitcoin dominance falling, it's of course great to see. Now, looking at the month, Bitcoin dominance is down 2%. However, it needs to drop to that low where earlier this December we were at 55%. And if we look at the 6 months, we saw it, or I guess year to date, we saw Bitcoin dominance around 53%. It's since picked up into November, December. And of course, we need it to continue falling in order for alts to get as much love as they can. But honestly, a lot of alts, a lot of solid alts, to be honest, have held up pretty well. So I'm pretty happy to see that. And I'm pulling up my top picks so far for, of course, this cycle in terms of my high convictions, in terms of the altcoins, the safe ones, right? So the first one we're going to be getting into, and I'm going to be briefly covering each of these tokens, kind of giving why I see this coin as a safe token, etc., etc. Let's first start off with Ondo. So Ondo is a token that deals with the real world assets section that has some pretty big buyers. And when I say pretty big buyers, I both mean dollar amounts, but I also mean big names. The first of which, of course, is Donald Trump. Donald Trump has bought $250,000 of Ondo that is recorded. So he has his hands in Ondo. The future president has his hands in Ondo. That, of course, is very bullish. People are going to see that and into crypto, especially if this gets a Binance listing, which we'll talk about, is going to onboard a lot of people into buying this token. And of course, just off of that, it doesn't seem like, that smart of a buying decision just to simply buy what the president is buying, although it's, it's a pretty big bet there. But Binance is really buying this token up. There's been a lot of transactions going through Binance wallets, showing Binance interacting with Ondo a lot, potentially hinting at a Binance listing. There's been a lot of action with them. And we'd love to see that with Ondo. Genuinely a very, very good real world asset project. Now, people also will kind of go into, well, what is this going to hit? Now, of course, I say safe altcoin simply due to the fact that it is a high market cap coin and it has good fundamentals. So with that in mind, if we go ahead and look, so Ondo being above $28 would be a $28 Ondo, which would be an 18x. But Shiba Inu's all-time high saw SHIB being at a pretty big market cap, which if Ondo was to match that, that would be a $28 Ondo. So there is definitely potential with Ondo. A lot of people see more conservative numbers. I see a potential double from here to be expected. And of course, that's not regarding TA at all. This is simply just speculation off of a bunch of different factors. For example, in this case, Donald Trump investing in this and other people as well. So again, I see very big things for Ondo. Definitely do your own research on that. Again, none of this is financial advice. I always have to say that. But again, yeah, I really am bullish on Ondo. I see great things from this, and I'm excited to see where we could go with it. Now, the second project is Render. We've talked about Render, of course. Some notable connections are NVIDIA, Apple. Big names are connected with Render, and I feel that's going to carry this token in more ways than some, especially if we get into a very big bullish spring and into the 2025 season, early Q1. I see Render being a very high performer, as well as Bitcoin dominance dropping during that time. If we see all those things aligning, this is a safe bet to having some pretty good gains. And again, it's definitely the best GPU AI project by far. And there's a lot of speculation on the price. I just say for all of these tokens, expect a double plus. I'm not going to be able to realistically pinpoint everything for you guys, but I almost guaranteeing that a double could happen just with my own research. But of course, you have to do it yourself. But I am very confident on each of these projects. Again, the connections that Render has, the performance it does within the AI GPU space in terms of all of the data that goes on with it, I think this is just one of your best bets that you can get into currently. Now, number 3 is going to be Aero. So Aero is a token I've talked about since spring when it released. This is my highest base conviction play. It's currently around, it's sub $1.50, which is crazy. But again, there are a notable issue with this token being the inflation. So the inflation really distorts the price of it. However, in the time frame we're looking at into spring, it really won't make too much of a difference, especially if we're reaching targets like that of Uniswap's previous all-time high, which is why I kind of give a price range of $10 to $25 plus Aero for that, simply basing that off of Uniswap and PancakeSwap, as Aerodrome does have a higher TVL than that of Uniswap, as well as earning more revenue. Things we've already said. And again, Aerodrome continues to crush things on its functionality side of things, and I honestly love to see it. Now, number 4 is going to be ICP. Now, I personally know people who have allocation in this token. And when I say have allocation, millions of dollars into ICP. But besides that, what ICP does with AI, its integration, and what this platform does, it is crazy. I mean, it's a mega computer, essentially, I like to say, in the crypto space. It has so many good integration systems, and I say this is a safe 2 to 7x from here based off of previous performance and similar coins. But overall, I think this is a coin that you cannot go wrong with. Definitely do your own research on this one. And then finally, Moonwell. So Moonwell is a coin that I feel severely undervalued for its functionality. This is a token that I believe had $1 billion in total inflow or outflow, something to do with how Moonwell operates. I think it was just $1 billion in the lending platform itself, which is very awesome to see. Jesse Polak, he loves this project, loves what it does, especially with Moonwell's Visa debit card that will be coming out in physical form in January, as you can get a digital form of your debit card, your Moonwell debit card. There will be a physical form coming out in January to show more integration within the real world. I love to see it. I love everything that Moonwell has been doing. Its integration with things like Aerodrome and other tokens. It is a no-brainer in my opinion. There's so much to protect lenders and borrowers. So it's really cool to see this project doing very well. But I feel this project is severely undervalued. And I think there will be a time very shortly where we're going to see those undervalued fundamental projects get more love. So that's going to be it for me today, guys. If you're seeing this on Christmas Eve, hope you guys have a good Christmas Eve and Christmas. I will probably have a video out for Christmas Eve, but that is up for grabs. I might skip Christmas Eve and I might skip Christmas as well to spend time with the fam, but I'll let you guys know. Hope you guys had a good watch and took something away from this video, and I'll see you later.